Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world county by county, territory by territory, area by area, state by state, county by county. I might have said that already. Well, anyways, whatever the name is of the first level of subdivision of the countries on planet Earth, and I do this on GeoGuessr. And my aim is, well, threefold. First of all, go and see places I've never been to and probably will never go to. And second, hopefully have some fun while doing so. And thirdly, try to score 25,000 points in whatever area I am in at any given time on GeoGuessr. That is a perfect game of 5 rounds on GeoGuessr. And today we have gone into, no, not Hertfordshire. Oh, gods. Okay, I messed that one up. Okay, well, we have to, we're going to Herefordshire. Share. Okay, let's, why on earth did I get Hertford? I was like, yep. Okay, let's go for another map then. Let's try this one, unless someone has, I don't want Hertfordshire. I want Herefordshire. Okay, then we take, okay, we'll just have to roll with one. Let's do this one. It seems to be a popular map and it's well liked. Okay, yep. So normally I would make my own maps, but the map generator I'm using, it doesn't allow me to make maps in the United Kingdom, at least not that are at a level lower than the actual countries of the United Kingdom. Okay, but this one should seem good, I hope. So let's try it. And we're going to make a challenge out of that. I'm going to store the link in a safe spot so that you can, if you like, try and play this game along with me. You'll find a link in the description of this video and see if you can beat me, which is not that much of a feat, but hey, it's not quite like drowning kittens, which I hope you don't do. It was Herefordshire is let's see, that's over here. It's one of the small, or one of the least populated counties in England. It's only got like, what, 191,000 people living in it. And it sits, let's say, down here is Herefordshire. And let's see, so we got Ludlow, Luckton. Okay, so we're actually quite close to Hereford. Which is in that direction, which is to the south. And we're on the 4110. Could it be this one? Yes, it is. Huh, how about that? Okay, so let's for a moment just say that we're there. So we are 1 mile away from Amestray. Amestray is here. So for 1 mile, are we at Mortimer's Cross? Let's see now. That could, oh yes, we are. Mortimer's Cross, all right. Okay, and we are a little north of, no, we're not north. We're west of Mortimer's Cross. There's a little road up to the side. So this is Westwoods. Yes, then we got this thing over there. So is this that? No, I have my doubts. I rather think we're here. Yeah, because then we got this thing here. So yeah, we should be about there. Good one. Next. Right. Busier place. Herefordshire Council. And what does it say here? Well, am I? Rutherwas. Rutherwas North, Rutherwas South. Well, that's a name I haven't seen there before. Does remind me of the name of the guitarist in one of my favorite band, though. His name is Steve Rothery. Let's see now. And I'll leave for you to find out what band they are. Unless you know it. Rather was. Heh. Fords Hill Road. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we're in Hereford proper. Okay. So what's the name of this road then? Well, so east-southeast. We are on the... Hard to say, but we got a roundabout at least. Well, it would make sense if we were on, well, the straight mile. Well, that is going to be quite a simple one, isn't it? That thing over there is this building here. So it should be slightly closer to that building. So it should be about here. Turn around. Hang on. Well, it's quite a distance to the buildings down there, though. Okay, are there any other buildings? Oh, wait. Don't embarrass yourself now. Fir Tree Lane. Let's just get a confirmation on that. Yeah, that's Fir Tree Lane. Okay, yeah. Because that building, this one, and that was scarily similar. But I should be in a good spot there. Here. Excellent. Good start. Round 3. What on earth? 2019 coverage. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Here goes the 25k. And this. Oh. The remains of the last train through Welsh Newton. That's special. Monmouth. Buckholt. On the A466. That's A465. So could the 466 possibly be in the nearby area? Wembridge. Let's see if we can find Monmouth. Monmouth. Oh, how is it? That's Monmouth. Right, so we must be... We're 4 miles out of Monmouth. South-southeast. Now, that's Welsh Newton. There's the 466. Now, let's see. We came from that lane up there, and what does it say here? It says... Okay, we have to move a little closer. Montreal's Broad Oak. So here's Welsh Newton. That's Broad Oak. Only 2 miles. Didn't expect that. So that's off to the west, northwest. How does this work? Are we here then? No, that's... How does this work? So if Broad Oak is over there, and this is the A466. Buckholt, 1.5 miles. There's Buckholt. This is the road. Right. Okay. Do we have anything I can use as a guide? Well, there's a barn over there. Is that even on the map? That's got to be that thing. Looking a bit north of it. We have this bend here. That must be that one. It's fairly straight here. There's some slight squiggles here, though. So that bend is that. Now we have some squiggles, all right. And I believe... Ooh. Take that away. Yeah. Let's see now. So how many widths of that building am I looking? I'm looking about... Yeah, 1.5. No, I gotta be... I like position I've put down better than the one... Let's see now. If I... let's stay true west. Let's see, 1, 2... At this moment, I'm true west on the thingy. And I've come down about here-ish. Let's see. So if I'm 2 away when I'm there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if this is 6, and 2 is about there. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That seems to be too far away from that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That bend is actually equal distance from there. So that should place me there. Maybe slightly further off the road. And I like that a lot more. Let's go with that. Nice. Whew, that was a lot of faffing about for... Whoa. Oh no. Okay, so at least I got bends going in the opposite direction here, but we're just on the start of the one going to the left. But where are we? Downhill is usually a better option than uphill. And it's a well-maintained road. We go north. We were going northeasterly, now we go north. North. Lots of farms. A beautiful area, I have to say. It's absolutely gorgeous. And let's see how we can go to... Okay. We are definitely right on the border with Wales here. And trouble is you don't really know if you're not a local or have good knowledge of the county, how far into the county you can find these Welsh names. Now we're curving back again. Oh, that's an abrupt one. And what else can we find? Find another intersection. This is a good one. Trevor, Newchurch, Payne's Castle. That's a lot of names. Gladystry. Not Christchurch, no. We got Dolly here. And what else do we have? Burlingjob. That is an interesting name. Unsuitable for long vehicles. Burlingjob. And what is this then? Dolly here and Shrines. Okay. And Burlingjob. Wow, Church, also Blakemere. Dilwyn. Hembridge. Kington. Not so sure if we're going to find anything much for... Wait a minute, Pristine, was that one of them? Or was it Princebridge or whatever? Let's see. This road is not numbered. No, Payne's Castle. What does this county actually reach? It reaches about up here. That's Ludlow. Limster, maybe? You never know with these places. Delvin, no, I don't want Delvin, I want Dolly here. And, let's see, and then it reaches about down here to the Wye Valley. Why are none of these places showing up? Wow, Church, Peter Church, Payne's Castle. I want Yardrow. I want Dolly here. Gravel. Clyro. Slayer. That's Pristine again, but that's not what we want. Okay, now we have to go a little closer. Fiddler's Green. Okay, let's start down here. Penglade. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Tipperton. Penny Park. Nope, 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 nope. 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 Yeah, sometimes something doesn't quite wash here. So have I crossed into... Have I crossed into Wales? Payne's Castle, finally. Okay. So if that is Payne Castle, New Church is over here. So then we got to be... Dudley here, Yardrow. Michael Church. I've got Gladystry, Gladystry and Treverne. There's Gladystry. Dolly here, building job. Here we finally go. Okay, so we must have been right. Could we? Let's see now. This was the previous one, wasn't it? There's Yardrow over there. Could we be done here? No, we went to Gladystry, but we must have been close to Gladystry. See, so if I go up the hill. Gladystry must be down the hill here somewhere. Gladystry, however you might pronounce it. Here we go to Gladystry. Yep. Llanfair Cliff. Lithinog. Okay. So, we're up here somewhere. Can I spot any of those sideways? Or are the lanes going off to the side? The road turns rather bendy in this area. We go northeast. And then we get a sharp northwards turn, which must be this one. Okay, let's place it there for now. How far to that big barn over yonder? That actually turned out to be quite a ways. Unless that is something that isn't actually showing on the map. Right, so we've got this farmstead here to the southeast. That's this one. And then there's a huge barn that isn't here, although I have a feeling that might have been hay bales for all I know. Okay, next. So here we're looking north-northeast, which means we could be here. That wouldn't make sense. Let's see, so we've got one left, one right, one left, one right, and then we another left again. So I'm here then. Let's see. So we've got one very easy right. No. So I've got an easy left. Got a right-hander. And this farmer's coming up. Oh, there it is. What the heck? Oh. No, sorry. On the south. That's the way. There's the farmstead. What's the difference in the years here? 2019. Okay, so that big building actually was here. All right. Okay, so let's see now. So now looking southeast at this farm, which means that I'm currently on this bend. Then we come to this bend, which is the next one. And then we got this bend here, which is not the one I'm on. Let's see. There's the farm. Okay. So we've got this bend. And we got this bend. And we got this bend, which is the one coming up over here. And we've got that bend, which goes into this one. Which leads into this one. Which in turn leads into that one. And then we're in the big bendy thingy. So let's see, so we've got that one. One more time. That ought to be that. No. Oh, this is a tricky one. Okay, so how... Okay, let's try and make note of something here. So we got this hedgerow, we got these sheep on the side. Let's see, so I got a slight one to the left before I got a pretty decent one to the right. And that's got to be the left one, and that's got to be the right one. So if I'm here now, I'll get into this bend. That immediately brings us into this one. That brings us into the north bend. I believe. And then we got a road off to the side here, which is that one. This is a tricky one. So that ought to be that bend. Meaning that I'm currently about here. Because now the road starts turning south from where I am. Although it doesn't start turning south. It's more like for that way over there. Or even over here. Can I spot that farm thingy on the hill? The answer to that is a big no, unfortunately. What? Hergest Ridge? Is that... Yeah, it must be. Well, if you're into my goldfield, you know what I'm referring to. Hergest Ridge. Hergest, I don't really know how you want to say it. So... hang on, is this place actually... Oh, great. I found myself a map that isn't wholly accurate. We're actually in Wales. Well, that's the trouble you get into when you use these maps that are made by other people. They frequently do not match your expectations. But okay, if that's what it is, that's what it is. So, it would have been great if that farmhouse was there, but it isn't. And straight south sees me past the farm that's in the distance. So, I cannot really... Monkey puzzle trees. Huh. Okay. Well, I think this is about as good as I can get it. Yeah, because I do want to have sort of that little bendy thing there. Yeah, because it does go on for a little bit before. We gotta try that. Oh, thank goodness me. No, not another one. Oh, well, this one's surely gonna be the ruin of me. Aye. Well, let's hope that at least it's in Herefordshire. So, well, yeah. Yeah, this is why I prefer making my own maps, and that I'm making sure that I'm actually within the area I'm supposed to be in. So we've got an equestrian centre, but what is the word that it says before equestrian? I think it says Ford something at the end there. Possibly. Not sure though. But okay, so we've got an equestrian centre. That will be a huge help because that is hopefully going to feature on the map. And this one was not very helpful though. So we've gone westwards. And, well, very rural area. Not a lot to be had here as of yet. Whoa. Well, if this doesn't scream Britain, I don't know what would. Oh, and they actually had... I don't know if you spotted that little... not little, but that plastic box or crate or chest on the side of the road as we went past. That's something I don't think you see often in Britain, because that is a sandbox for sanding the road when it's slippery in winter. And that's the thing that's Well, actually, I don't see them very much in Norway either, where I live. Because generally you will have services taken care of. The sanding of the road. Well, it was unfortunate that I couldn't go to that town. Let's try the opposite direction. I do have another option somewhere. But, let's just see if we can get anywhere in this direction. And hopefully find a sign or something. This reminds me of some games I had in Ireland in my Europe series. Okay. So we've got Peacombe, Shortwood Farm. Okay, Shortwood could actually be the name of that. Yeah, actually, the arrow is pointing down the road as well. So that could have been the name of the equestrian centre. So we got Ledbury and Hereford to the south-southwest. Okay. So kind of suggesting that we're up here somewhere. And Pencombe. Okay, not Peacombe, but Pencombe. To the west. That's Pencombe. And Pencombe is off to the west. That'll be pretty close to Bromyard then. Yeah. Does this name a road? Does this name have a road? Does this road have a name? Interesting location. So we've got Pencombe over there, 10 miles away. That's quite far. So let's see. So if we're heading, I would like to know if this place has a name. Flaggerner's Green. Ooh, well, this is much better. So, okay, so we got the A44, which runs here. We got the B42 for 15, which is here. Which must be this Pencombe Lane. So, we're probably here right now. Let's see, can we find out the equestrian Birchy Fields? What's photography? King's Equestrian Center, that's gotta be it. Yeah, that kind of looks like that intersection that we were at. And these dual roads there. Let's see, let's just head over there. And it's here. So we're actually very close to that. We're kind of over on this bend then. Let's see, and we have just... We haven't quite got out of it. Let's see, 1, 2, and we're out of it. And when does, let's see, does it start bending the other way? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. So from there to there is 3. That means that 2 is about here. Because we are slightly on the bend. Having a scary feeling that I'm looking a little too... Yeah. There is more likely. Nice. Well, okay, that took a lot longer than I expected, especially that round. But hey, ending with a bull's eye in that position, I'm quite happy with. Nice spread across the area, except that this one was a little too far off field. So that was a bit disappointing. But nevertheless, we got a clear sheet in Herefordshire. So I'm very happy with that. And, well, that's it for this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, and I'm glad that you're still here with me, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye-bye.